we all like adventurous stuff. So many people in India are buying adventure bikes or the multi-sports ATVs are much more convenient for touring or off-roading or doing speed riding because they are capable in all of things, like they are the jack of all trades. So hey guys, welcome to Motorwings. Today we will compare the Tiger 900 GT to the BMW F900 XR. Talking about the specifications of the Tiger 900 GT. The middleweight Tiger is now inline 3-cylinder with bumped up power of 888 cc and max power remains the same at 95 PS like the older model, but the torque has been sizable bump up to 87 Nm, which is 8 Nm more than the previous model. Triumph's 900 GT's engine gets a new firing order which produces a bassy and a rapsy sound. There are minor changes to the transmission, but it remains a 6-speed unit with a slip and axis clutch. Thereby, there are many electronic aids on the Tiger 900 like traction control, ABS intervention, level 8 and 6 axis IMU developed in conjunction with Continental. The regular Tiger 900 GT with the rally trims get 4 rider mode each: rain, road, sports and off-road. The Pro models get a bi-directional quick shifter as standard, while it is optional in the another 2 segment. The electronic cruise control is standard from all the models. The GT model of the Tiger 900 specifies a 45mm Maserati USD fork, gets manual rebounding and compression adjustability. It is also getting a manual preload and rebound monoshock suspension from Maserati. Get a wheel size of 19 by 17 inch alloy, which are based on the Tiger 900 Rally Pro model also. But you can opt for 21 by 17 inch sidewall laced spoke rim, or you can take the GT Pro model and get it as standard. Let's not talk about the specifications of the BMW 900 XR. F900 XR gets a 895cc liquid cooled parallel twin motor which offers 105 PS of power and 92 mm peak torque. It is also getting a safety rider aid including traction control, ABS and 2 rider modes, road and rain. But the Pro variant gets additional cruise control. The F900 XR gets a 6-speed gearbox with slipper and assist clutch, and Pro variant gets a quick shifter. F900 XR get a bridge frame with long travel suspension of 43mm upside down force provided from BMW. It is also having adjustable preload and dampening. The Pro variant gets semi-active electronic suspension from Showa and Michelin Road 5 GT tires with a 320mm disc at front and 625 at the rear. Let's talk about the features of the Triumph 900 GT. All lighting systems are LED lit, and the Rally and the GT variants get new 7-inch TFT screen provided by Triumph. The new Triumph connectivity module with the standard Rally Pro trim, while it's optional with each other's the lower variant, but it gets heated grips, under-seat mobile charging storage, USB charger, heated seats where the pillion control is optional. Let's talk about the features of the F900 XR. It is sports tourer style along with the line of the S1000 XR. It is similarly having the twin headlamp, adjustable windshield and long travel suspension. Features all LED lighting, dynamic LED tail light and flashing continuously under hard braking. It gets a 6.5-inch color TFT instrument console with Bluetooth connectivity, and for the Pro models it gets cruise control also. Now let's talk about the pricing of the two bikes. The Triumph has set the Tiger 900 at a premium rupees 30,000 more its predecessor 3 variant at rupees 13.70 lakhs ex-showroom to rupees 14.340 lakhs for the Pro variant ex-showroom in India. Now let's see the pricing of the F900 XR. The XR is a CBU unit transported via CBU route and priced competitively at rupees 10.50 lakh ex-showroom, with the Pro variant coming at rupees 11.50 lakh ex-showroom, which is very reasonable for the price and performance. What's my opinion on this two bike? Going to the power, the BMW is much more powerful and peaky in torque from the GT or the Tiger 900 because it makes about 6 to 7 Nm torque more and it gets the power very early and it is a very peaky bike, or you can say it is very quick responding. But in refinement, I should say the Tiger 900 is much more refined, but because it is having an extra cylinder 4-cylinder because it is a inline 3 engine in comparison to the parallel of the BMW 900 XR. If you like long touring or you go long touring, the Triumph is also having a great fuel tank liter and it is giving a good average also. It is having a tank of 20 liters, but in comparison the F900 XR having a tank range of 15.5 liters. I mean, what is the use of this two bike? Probably you are going for touring. The Triumph 900 is properly an adventure tourer, but the XR is not that much adventurous because it is having the GT Pros, which are a road going tires, and it is having only 19-inch alloys at front in comparison to 2117. Going with the styling, the BMW styling is much more appealing and it is much more head turner than the Triumph because it is lightly like the Naked, but BMW is made like a fared motorcycle like the S1000 XR, which is a much more powerful bike in comparison. So it is derived from that bike, so it is much more appealing, and from the Triumph the BMW is having much more brand value also. So BMW is much cheaper and it produces more torque. If you are going only on long tours and ride, BMW is much more preferable. And if you tell me which bike I will buy if I had a chance, I would take the BMW F900 XR. So this is my opinion. Thanks for watching this informative video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my video, and don't forget to hit the bell icon.